Hello, welcome to, oh wait. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the technology here. Okay, welcome to our Create Your Freedom webinar. We are so glad that all of you are here. We are launching Two People's Juice Plus business tonight, and I'm super excited about that. And for those of you who are watching this webinar, either live or recorded, you are watching this because somebody thought that either this product or this business or both would be a good fit for you, or you're just supporting Brian or Chase. And we are so glad that you're here tonight. So we all know that we need 9 to 13 servings of fresh raw fruits and vegetables every single day. But the problem is most people don't eat that many fruits and vegetables. I know that I try to eat healthy, but I have a really hard time doing that consistently every single day. So that's where Juice Plus can come in. So what is Juice Plus? I'll show you. Juice Plus is fruits, vegetables, and berries. Turn them around here so you can see them, that are in capsule form. So what our company does is takes 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries that are grown on the farm the way they should be grown, with organic gardening practices. The farmers rotate their crops. They do everything that the way that we really should grow. And the fruits and vegetables are harvested at the peak of their ripeness, which means they have all the nutrition that they should have. And then those fruits and vegetables are basically ground. So I think of a big, huge Vitamix, and they're ground up into a liquid. So everything is in there. If you're talking about oranges, the peel is in there as well. And how often do we eat the peel of oranges? Yet we know that a lot of the nutrients are in the peel. So the whole fruits and vegetables, everything, including the skin or the peel, is thrown into this basically a big grinder. It's ground up until it's a liquid, and then the water is removed without using heat. So it's a cold process, and actually a lot of the sugar binds to the water and comes out as well. So you're left with the nutrients that are in the fruits and vegetables. They put those nutrients into capsules, and voila, you have Juice Plus. We have almost 40 studies that have been done. These are clinical trials that is the gold standard of research that has been done on Juice Plus at major medical centers and universities around the country, or actually around the world. And they prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that that the products are bioavailable. So all the nutrients within Juice Plus actually get into your bloodstream. They draw people's blood and look at the nutrient levels in their bloodstream, and then they put them on Juice Plus for 28 days, and then they draw blood again, and those nutrient levels have gone sky high. So that tells us all that great nutrition is actually getting into our bloodstream, as opposed to passing through our kidneys as most multivitamins do. It has incredible benefits for your cardiovascular health. It's been shown over and over to reduce systemic inflammation, which that's one of the major underlying causes of most disease that we have in our country. It improves lung health, even in smokers. So imagine that, even people who continue smoking, when they take Juice Plus, their lung health improves. And sorry, I'm playing with this. It gives us, we know that Juice Plus provides healthy skin and gums. It protects our DNA against DNA damage and reduces oxidative stress. So how would you feel if you had the nutrition of 30 different fruits and vegetables going into your bloodstream every single day? I can tell you from taking it for 15 years, you would feel pretty amazing. We also have Juice Plus Complete, which is our shake mix. We have vanilla and chocolate. And Juice Plus Complete is a low glycemic, gluten-free, vegan shake mix that is amazing. It tastes great and it has so much nutrition packed in there. It has a great balance of proteins, fiber, and carbohydrates. I've had a Juice Plus Complete shake literally almost every day for breakfast for the past 15 years. And it keeps me satiated until lunchtime. I absolutely love our shakes. So really, I want you to hear some stories from some real people on what Juice Plus has done for them. So I'm going to start with my son, Chase Gebhardt. So Chase, if you can be sure to unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your experience from taking Juice Plus.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Chase Gebhardt. Like my mom just said, I'm her son. And I've been taking Juice Plus for 15 years now. I'm 21, so that's about as long as I can remember. And I just graduated from college in 3 years, which was a lot of fun. And throughout my life, I've been really active. I've played lots of sports. Played tennis through high school and college, all 3 years of college. Played Division II tennis, and I've always been just really healthy, never on any medication, playing sports all the time. I've never really had any big or nagging injuries, which is crazy because most of my teammates will get some, will either be out for a couple weeks, or we have one girl who just a freshman who is really good who can't play anymore just because of health issues and physical injuries from tennis. And I've never had any of those because my nutrition has always been so good from Juice Plus. And also being in college, living with 3 to 4 guy roommates in probably messy rooms, more than normal people live in. Even when my roommate, who's the guy sleeping right above me, is really sick, coughing his lungs out with something, I don't really worry about that because I'll maybe get a cold twice a year where I'll have a cough for 2 days and that's it. And I really attribute that all to this great nutrition I've had, especially with Juice Plus, taking the pills as well as the shakes. Like my mom, I've had a smoothie with the complete shakes for probably since I was in elementary or junior high. And it's a great way to, one, get a full breakfast that's nutritional, especially that's easy. And as a college student, not having a lot of money, they're nice and can fit on a good college student's budget, which has been really great. And just, it's amazing. All my friends, usually even at the ripe old ages of 20, usually take some kind of medication at some point for different things, but I can't remember the last time I took a medicine just because my immune system and health is just so good from all of this nutrition from Juice Plus.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Chase. And okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Chase. And as Chase's mom, it's so wonderful to know that he has had that nutrition in his body every day for, at least 15 years now. And Chase is a product of the Children's Health Study. So the Children's Health Study makes Juice Plus super, super affordable for families. For every adult who takes Juice Plus, one child can be sponsored into the Children's Health Study. And in return for their data, they get Juice Plus for free. So Chase, when we first started taking Juice Plus, got his Juice Plus for free for the first 4 years, which is really pretty crazy. But anyone can do that. You can get Juice Plus for a child for up to 4 years. Next, we're going to turn to Brian and have Brian share his story. So Brian, tell us how you found out about Juice Plus and what you've experienced.
Okay, I'm Brian Young. I found out about Juice Plus through the lovely Miss Janice Gebhardt. She's a good friend of mine. And my background is I'm an entrepreneur and for most of my career, and mostly in the restaurant business. And currently I own a restaurant here in the Woodlands, Texas. But one of the unique things about my childhood is my mother did a lot of multi-level marketing products with different companies. And one of the things that turned me off about it was just the high pressure sales and just the different techniques the companies use to manipulate people. I have spent a lot of time with a number of the people in Juice Plus, and it's completely different. I mean, it's not high pressure sales. It's very much people that really want to help other people in their communities, their families, and it's just a really loving community that I've really enjoyed becoming a part of. My experience with Juice Plus, I've been on Juice Plus for a little over 2 months. And one of the first things that really jumps out for me is like for the last couple of years, I for lack of a better word, have had an addiction to coffee. So I would drink 2 20-ounce Starbucks coffees, as well as have one of their breakfast sandwiches 6 or 7 days a week. That's like a little over $10 a day. And over time, over a short period of time, I noticed that I have no craving for coffee. I've stopped going to Starbucks. The only time I drink coffee now is if I'm having dessert and I'm just looking for the taste of it. And I mean, for me, that's just an amazing experience just after only about 2 months of taking Juice Plus. The other things I've noticed is that I sleep a lot better. You know, my dreams are much more vivid. And as crazy as this sounds, I mean, we all clip our fingernails, and I've noticed my fingernails are growing faster. And a couple of weeks ago, I was washing my hands and I noticed in the mirror that my hair actually is thicker. You know, I'm the youngest of 3 brothers, and as we've aged, our hair is thinned. And I've noticed that my hair actually is thicker. So I'm really looking forward. I mean, I'm going to take Juice Plus the rest of my life, and I'm looking forward to see what other health benefits that I get in the future from this product.
That's awesome, Brian. Thank you so much. And you must be saving some serious money by not having both of those.
Well, let's just say that I'm coming out ahead in terms of the cost of Juice Plus versus what I was spending on Starbucks.
I love it, and it's a lot healthier what you're doing for yourself now. We also have a program called Shred 10, which is for people who really want to kind of do a reset or really detoxify their body. We have a program called Shred 10, which is a 10-day program where you commit to taking Juice Plus, you commit to eating real food and drinking 2 shakes a day, and really doing all the things that we know we're supposed to do anyway, like cutting out alcohol and caffeine, making sure we get enough sleep, drinking enough water, exercising. So it's 10 days of really, really being pretty strict with yourself. And in that 10 days, you will have so much support. We have a Facebook group that will put you in with a whole lot of other people who are also shredding. We call it shredding. And you will have a lot of support from the person who sponsored you in. We have recipes, we have entire cookbooks that we provide to you. It is really amazing, and you can really reset yourself. Like Brian talked about, he stopped craving coffee. People notice that all the time. And Shred 10 really is not just about losing weight. You may lose some weight in the process, but it's really about shredding those bad habits and resetting your body. And one thing also that we don't think about a lot is that our financial health is a big piece of our physical health. Because if we're struggling financially, that adds a lot of stress to ourselves and every day. And that in turn is going to take a big toll on your health. So Kim, I would love for you to share with us what your experience has been taking Juice Plus, and also what your experience has been in sharing Juice Plus.
Sure, I would love to, Janice, and hopefully you can hear me. What I love about this is I'm actually in Kansas City down on the plaza, and I've got a band walking by on the other side of the street. So hopefully you can hear me okay. We have, you know what, we have taken Juice Plus. It's been over 18 years. So opposite of Brian, we have been taking this for a long time. We were introduced when my daughter was 1. She just finished her freshman year in college. And I had it all during my pregnancy with my second one. And what I realized early on was the big difference in the health of my kids, you know, and I saw that when they were little, and my friends started seeing that and asking me, you know, why are your kids so healthy? And so I started looking into, honestly, more about the research and what was behind Juice Plus. Because when we got introduced to Juice Plus, my friend told me about it. It was fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and Kristen could eat it as a gummy. And I said, sign me up. Like, it made total sense to me. You know, it was a no-brainer to get more fruits and veggies in our diet. But what I didn't tell you is not only am I a mom, but I'm a healthcare provider. And so I was working in the hospital as a physical therapist and an athletic trainer. And when I kind of realized the experience that my family was having, and I coupled that with the research, lots of light bulbs went on for me to share it. But I have to tell you first, our experience as a family, when Kristen was 1, she was diagnosed with allergy-induced asthma, and they handed me the inhaler at the same time. And, you know, as a mom, I just didn't want to put all those drugs in a little 1-year-old little girl. And I will tell you now, we are healthier 18 now it's 18 years later than we were back then. And that's amazing to me, that over 18 years that I can say, you know, our health, we've turned back the clock. And this is why, because at 1, you know, she went on the allergy meds and those steroids, and we have stopped those. She graduated high school last year running cross country and playing soccer, you know, 2 endurance sports that there's no way she would have been able to do if she, you know, still needed the inhaler, right? And she got to go to state. So the experiences she had as an athlete are priceless to me, because they won state. But my husband, I'm here in Kansas. I call him the Kansas allergies. He lived on Sudafed every fall. When I met him, he was miserable. He couldn't breathe. He was always on allergy meds. And it's been over 17 years since he's taken any allergy meds. And like I said, you know, Josh was really healthy as a baby and didn't, you know, wasn't sick till he was about 2.5. So big changes in our health. But I didn't really, you know, I kind of looked at those as just quality of life, you know, asthma, allergies, things like that, not a heart disease or cancer or life-threatening illnesses, until my husband got a staph infection 5 years ago. Well, when you get a staph infection kind of right here in your nose, it is not where you want one. It's life-threatening. And he's also, you know, and the doctor who did his emergency surgery told him, he said, people that don't have a good immune system, they don't make this kind of infection where it was, right? And I looked back, and we've been on Juice Plus for 13 years at that point. And so we are grateful as a family that we were introduced to Juice Plus, that we opened our minds and said, okay, you know what, let's get started, because down the road, it has paid significant dividends for us, for Brad's health, and for me to have him around and healthy. And he still competes nationally as a Masters swimmer. He's a Masters national champion. So he's got great health, and we're really grateful. But what shifted for me from just loving the benefits of it was I started seeing those experiences in my family, and I started seeing the research and realizing this was such an incredible tool that if I knew my family, you know, I felt good giving this to my family, that other moms and other athletes were going to want to take Juice Plus. It's, you know, it's a no-brainer. And so I started sharing Juice Plus and not going back into the hospitals and the outpatient clinics to work. And I realized that this was so much more what I went into healthcare for. Right? Like, I could make a difference in people's lives and bring home income for my family, and yet get to be the mom. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I didn't want to spend all my time away from my kids. And so this opportunity has let me do that. It's let me replace my PT income, has let me raise my kids, be at their activities, be at their sporting events, their music, their theater, and bring home corporate benefits for my family. So as a national marketing director with a company, we get full corporate benefits. I get some tuition reimbursement for college, which is great if you've got kids in college or thinking about that. But just the choices it's given, you know, that I can sit out here on the plaza and talk with you all and, you know, be able to impact lives wherever I am around the country, around the world. But to create that income and give my family the financial freedom and the time freedom to do the things that we want to do. And so I am grateful that I said yes to this and that this has become, you know, what I do and what I get excited to share, because I think, and Janice, you said that, you know, our physical health is so important, but so is our financial health. And, you know, financial health, I've realized, is a key to being able to have great physical health as well. So thanks for letting me share tonight, Janice.
Thank you so much, Kim. And you're right. You know, our financial health is it's so important. And in today's day and age, you know, job security isn't what it used to be. And, you know, one thing that people ask me a lot is this one of those pyramid things, right? So I want to draw a little diagram here, and hopefully you'll be able to see this. So here is a pyramid. And before I had children, I worked in the corporate world, and I worked for a Big 8 accounting firm. I was actually in the consulting division, but in our Big 8 accounting firm, there was the managing partner, I'm going to abbreviate here, who was at the very top of the office in Kansas City where I worked. And then there were a series of partners, and then there were associate partners, and then there were managers. And, you know, there were all these levels, right? And down here at the bottom, we had the staff people, and really we had assistants and things like that. So as a brand new staff person coming out of school with an electrical engineering degree, I will say, I thought I had arrived when I landed right here at the very bottom of really what looks like a pyramid. And what I quickly found was that for me to move up, it took me displacing that person right there. They had to either leave the company, or they had to get fired or die or something like that. And it was very, very competitive. The firm that I worked in, they told you from the start, it was up or out. There was a lot of pressure, and what I found was my peers, who became my friends, were also my competitors, and not really in a good way, because we were talking about how much money we made, you know, our financial future. So I had to, you know, I had to protect myself and kind of put a box around me, even from my friends, because they really didn't want me to do better than they were doing. They definitely didn't want me to do better than they were doing. And even the people who were my supervisors wanted me to do well, but only to a certain level. They didn't want me to do so well that I outshined them. So it was really an interesting situation. And as you can imagine, there were a lot of politics involved. And that was eventually why I left the corporate world. And our company looks more like this. And we have national marketing director at the top level of our company. And yep, people start down here as a dealer. We joke that you're a fruit and vegetable dealer, but anyone can go up to national marketing director really in any time frame that they want. I knew back to this picture that, you know, I really, especially as a woman, I didn't have any chance of being managing partner of my firm. But you can make national marketing director in any time frame that you want. It just depends on how much time and effort you want to put into it. And we all become great buddies. I mean, these people within this business truly are my family. And I have at least 5 people along the way who are financially motivated to help me be successful. Even if I'm more successful than them, they are thrilled, and they will do anything that they can to help me. So it's such a different culture, and hopefully you can see it. It isn't a pyramid at all. In fact, it's this loving, supportive community that just is amazing to be a part of. And I will tell you really quickly, I started taking Juice Plus 15 years ago. Chase, who you met, is my oldest child. I had 4 kids in 5.5 years. So I was a crazy, stressed out mom. And when I started taking Juice Plus, I started noticing that I stopped walking into rooms trying to remember why I had gone in there. I also was able to put my kids down every day for a nap, and I didn't need that Coke to stay awake in the afternoon. And I was able to exercise. My whole life I was an athlete, but at that point my body had been through so much that I literally, I'd go run one day and it would be a week before I could recover enough to run again. And Juice Plus gave me the ability to be able to exercise day after day after day, which for me is so important. And I started sharing Juice Plus really first as a hobby, just because some of my friends wanted it. They saw the great changes in me. And it sort of grew organically on its own, but it was really a hobby for many, many years until I saw the writing on the wall in terms of my marriage. And I knew that I needed to create a significant source of income if I wanted to support myself and my kids. So I really got serious about sharing Juice Plus, and within about 1.5 years from that point, made it to National Marketing Director, where I had the income and the benefits that Kim talked about to support myself and my kids. And it's such a wonderful experience. So I want you all to hear from one other person, Sean Myers, and he and his wife Jennifer are who introduced me to Juice Plus. And I would love for you to hear their story.
Well, thanks, Janice. Yeah, it's funny. You say we introduced you to Juice Plus. So for the people out there listening, Janice and my wife actually grew up together. And when we first got involved with this company or involved with the product, I didn't expect to see anything at all. I was pretty healthy. I was an athlete. But over the years, I had beat my body up pretty bad, playing basketball, a lot of extreme sports, and I had bad knees, which is kind of normal, I think, for people who run hard in athletics, especially in basketball. And I used to actually sit at the edge of the bed and kind of work my knees a little bit before I got up. And I remember many times my wife would put the pillow over her head because she didn't want to hear the in the beginning. And I didn't notice anything in the beginning of Juice Plus. Like I said, we were really healthy. We were vegetarians at that time, and we were focused. We were actually juicing. That's why the product made sense to us, because it was a replacement for juicing, which was a total pain in the rear. And we both had some benefits, but I noticed after about 3 months, all of a sudden my knees didn't have that cranking anymore that they were doing before. And it really kind of happened naturally. It didn't happen all at once. All of a sudden one day I was like, wow, that's not happening anymore. And since then, because we got on Juice Plus right when it first got started, you know, the health benefits, I can't tell you what they are because I never get sick, right? I don't have anything to overcome because we've been on the products, 28 years. And we've had kids on the products. We have a very healthy family. But what Janice wanted me to share tonight was really more about what the business has meant for us, because we've created careers with this. But it didn't start like that. I actually was very skeptical. Janice talked about the pyramid idea, and I had been exposed to a bunch of different, not really pyramids, not scams, but network marketing companies that were really a lot of hype. And I just was very, very skeptical. And Jennifer actually started on a part-time basis, made some nice money, and we needed it back then because we were broke. And then from there, I kind of jumped in and started building a business. And my background was accounting. I used to teach accounting at the University of Kansas. I really thought I would end up in probably a different side of the same firm that Janice was in. That doesn't exist anymore, actually, as an accounting firm. It's kind of interesting. She was on the consulting side. I would have been on the actual accounting side. And I can't imagine what my life would look like if it was that career path that I thought coming out of college was the best way to go, compared to the entrepreneurial adventure and having this company be our life now for the last 28 years. It's been incredible for us as a family. As Janice said, to be able to actually live an integrated life with all of our kids' sports, because we work with who we want, where we want, when we want, and we've had the flexibility to be able to do all those things and have a company that takes care of a lot of the hassles of being an entrepreneur. And those things can be big: warehousing, shipping, collections, all those things. So it's given us a lot of freedom. We lived on a sailboat on the backside of South Beach before we had kids. When we moved to Denver, we started having kids here, and we've had a great lifestyle, but it also has given us an opportunity to have some adventures. We took our kids when they were 8 and 10, and we sailed from the British Virgin Islands to Australia for 15 months. And when we came back, our business was all still running. You have to build some leaders to be able to do something like that. But our check never went down. Our check actually went up. I told Jennifer we should just keep sailing, but we came right back into the life we had before. And I have a lot of friends that are entrepreneurs, and they just couldn't believe we could have that much time off and still come back and have our business working. They were all like, we would have to sell our business if we went and did something like that. And then what would we do when we came home? So it's not just been a great product for us. It's been an incredible company to be with. The company's been around since 1970. I'm excited because our daughter's interested in being involved with the company, and I can't imagine a better future. She's still in college, but when she gets out, than being associated with this business. So, we could talk forever about the product, but it's all backed up by research. There's somewhere between 35 and 40 research articles right now that prove what Juice Plus does for your health. So that's no mystery. And we could talk about the business forever, and the benefits of this versus other entrepreneurial ideas and working for a corporation all day. And the proof is in the pudding. We have literally hundreds, thousands of people that have been able to create a career with this. And it's a hybrid model. We call it a virtual franchise. It's got corporate benefits at the top: health insurance, life insurance, dental, disability, profit sharing, tuition fund, all these things. And it has an opportunity to create whatever you want in terms of income in the beginning. A lot of people start out like Janice, extra $500 or $1,000 a month as a hobby. But once people get a comma in their check, which can happen pretty fast, it doesn't take that many customers before you're making over $1,000 a month. And that's normally when people start saying, hey, maybe this could replace what I do over there, and I could have more flexibility in my life and create dreams. So thanks for letting me share tonight, Janice. It's always fun to talk to people, taking a peek at our business and checking out our product. I can guarantee you one thing: you'll appreciate the fact you did.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. And one last point. When I first came into this business, I talked so much to Sean and Jennifer about the fact that I want to be one of those people, right? Nobody wants to be one of those people that walks in a room and everyone just leaves because they know you're going to talk about whatever business you're in. And our company and our culture is so wonderful about really just sharing Juice Plus from the heart. And we help people not to be one of those people, because we don't want you to be one of those people. That would give Juice Plus a bad name. So we really do a great job at maintaining friendships, loving people exactly where they are, not requiring them to take Juice Plus in order to be our friend, but just loving them along the journey and really sharing Juice Plus from the heart. So if the information you saw tonight interests you, if you would like more information about getting started on Juice Plus, or want to get started joining our mission and helping us to spread the word about what Juice Plus can be for people, I encourage you to talk to the people who invited you into this call or sent you this recording. Thank you so much for being here, and have a great evening.